time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Hey everyone! Hey everyone! Blah 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 blah. Hey everyone! Welcome to Power Hour Live. Welcome back after a long weekend. Welcome back to the S&P's up 112. NASDAQ up 460. Russell up 47. Dow up 700. Gold is down 2%. Silver down almost 1%. Notes and bonds are up. 10-year yield down almost 2%. Oil down 1. Natty gas up 3. Soybeans finished flat, a little bit green. Wheat down 2.5%. Corn down about 0.25%. Euro and the pound are both small red. Bitcoin up 1%. VIX down almost 7, currently at 19.18. Let's see, for me today, start with my little BIX. Let's see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tranches. My 110 tranche was 15 wide, so I opted not to enter any after that. That one's still open. All the others, if you can imagine from the price action, all call sides stopped. But no doubles, so that's good. So still a shot at finishing green for BIX. I did 2 Elmos today. Both got smoked out, stopped. I've got a 1 DTE that's still in play, but is down currently. Let me see what it's currently down. 24%. So if we get a little down move, could still turn green. Day trades I posted not so well, minus 1,600. I just could not get in sync. Got smoked out of a couple before the intended move. So no bueno on those. That is, I believe, it for me. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, it's pretty flat day trading today. Had a 1 winner, 1 loser, plus $150, I think it was, something like that. AM number 1. Man, it was just up about 15% for forever. Theta decay was not happening. Slow grinding up. Then it had, there was a period of bigger moves relative to price actions, slow grind up. And so after the first one, I was just like, yeah, I'm done with this price action. It's just not conducive to what I do. So I closed it out. Ended up being a minus 950. So it wasn't it would have been full stopped at some point. I usually don't do that, but today's price action isn't. You don't typically see it like this. I did do some early Elmos when price chopped out of the gates, and hit profit target on those. Let's see, I had 4 profit targets in 2 accounts by 8:4. I put one on at 8:39, one on at 8:46, and those both hit profit targets. 1 in each account, so 4 total. Closed a couple at 12% profit. Did take 1 full stop and then closed a couple at like 6-7% profit. So plus 960. So just under 1,000 in Elmos. My TLC, I jumped into lunchtime number 1 after the big push up. And there was some consolidation, booked 20, 40, 60 and out. So that was plus 2,200. So ended TLC plus 1,250. I'm currently, trades I have on are 2 Woogas. I have an early Wooga on that is up, and I have a OG Wooga on that is also up. So for the day, I'm up about $2,500, 2,600. So I'll take it on a day like today.
Yeah, it's nice. As far as econ news for the week, obviously yesterday was a holiday. Tuesday was today. We had durable goods pre-market. Had consumer confidence 30 minutes after the bell. A couple Fed speakers after the bell today. Tomorrow we've got that Fed speakers overnight, must be overseas. We've got FOMC minutes released tomorrow afternoon. Thursday, unemployment and GDP pre-market. Friday, pre-market core PCE price index. As far as big movers today on the stocks, biggest one on my list is that CoreWeave again. This is actually one that I missed. I had an order to get long this one too, and I never got filled, and I didn't chase it. It's up a good almost 18% on the day. This is the one that was rocketing higher, pulled back. Now it's back up to new all-time highs in its short life of IPOing back in March. IPO'd at around 40. It's up over 120. Tesla having a big day, up 6%. I mentioned in the chat there too. I got pushed out of this one for a right here. I was long, and then this was kind of my level, this green line, and when it closed below that, I got out right before the nice move up. So one of those days. SMCI's up 5%. Hood's up 4%. NVIDIA's up 3%. SMH's the semiconductor ETF is up 3%. Strongest of the bunch, along with XLK Tech. So a lot of chip stocks up. On the red side, PDD, which is a Chinese company, they had earnings down 14, almost 15%. HIMS struggling again today, down about 3%. FSLR down 1, BABA down 1, United Healthcare down 1. PLTR is surprisingly weak. That's usually a stock on a day like today that rockets higher, but it's basically unchanged, small red. So I don't have any trades on currently. Yeah, the plank part of our intro song, back when we were doing the original 3 tranche power hour and holding it all the way to expire, we'd always joke in the last 5 or 10 minutes. All right, everybody get down in a plank position. We're going to hold this until the close while we're waiting for the options to expire. So that's what that is. Yeah, FOMC minutes, it's typically not a big deal. Just every once in a while you'll get a little surprise in there that will, make the markets do a little shift, but who's we, Dark Avenger? You got a mouse in your pocket? Is that today? I was thinking that was tomorrow. Let's see. You might be right. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow after market.
Yeah, I'm not doing it today.
Yeah, I'll probably play something tomorrow. All-time high is 153, currently at 135. Netflix, whoops, let me get this up here. Netflix almost back up to all-time highs. Hood hit a new all-time high today. 67.13. And as soon as it ticked all-time highs, it kind of rolled over. Yeah, it's kind of in mid-range here. It had a couple bars to the downside, and then it just rocketed up right to all-time highs, and then it just kind of rolled over, chopped for a while, made another push down. Microsoft is getting close to all-time highs. All-time highs in Microsoft is 468.35, currently at 459, so about $9 away in Microsoft. One sweet spot today, I guess, was my. I've got a swing calls that I've been holding for a couple weeks in Microsoft and Hood. I got out of my Hood today. It was I ended up booking almost 5K on that. Microsoft, I'm still holding. It's currently down about 1,000, but I have those out May 30th. So a few days left. I may roll those because it's still hasn't made it up to all-time highs, but it's acting like it wants to. JLN, any thoughts on creating a navigation trading calendar that tracks events that have been movers in the past? Bond auctions seem to have larger than normal hit last week. I know he's Forex Factory, but something with notes or references. One thing I thought about doing, which I could do, is just to, in my positions and updates, that channel where I post pre-market, I could post something there. But for example, like your example, the bond auction last week, that just kind of came out of nowhere. Reason being is because it was a surprise as far as how little interest there was in the treasuries for that auction. So sometimes those are just a nothing burger, and like that situation, which was unexpected, is what caused the issue. But yeah, I've been kind of thinking about doing that anyway. I think what I would do is probably just take a screenshot of the day from Forex Factory or Financial Juice, and I can make any comments like tomorrow, FOMC minutes. I don't see that as being a market mover, but it certainly could if there's some surprises in there. Financial Juice is what they always announce it on Financial Juice. Yeah, they are. They're on the Financial Juice calendar here. I'll show you. So here's Financial Juice. Over on the left-hand side, they have the calendar. I don't like the look of it as good as I do, for example, Forex Factory, but gives you the time and everything. And so, yeah, like today there was a 2-year note auction at noon Central. So it's always posted here on a daily basis. So I look at both Forex Factory and Financial Juice for upcoming, and then of course the Trump schedule, which is the rollcall.com now, that will show potential scheduled White House conferences or Trump speeches. But that's also now included on Financial Juice. In fact, so I don't even look at that anymore. Right here it says Trump schedule. So it's got that right there. So that's helpful. And that's taken directly off of that roll call calendar. Yeah, it's typically not the note auctions, but it's the bond auctions that have a little bit more weight. But like I said, again, a lot of times they're just nothing. It just happened to be a kind of a surprise situation. There was a period where a lot of bond auctions carried some weight and were kind of moving the markets, and that's because when interest rates were kind of resetting, and there's a shift in the amount of buyers at the bond auctions was a little bit more up in the air as opposed to
order filled,
priced in. That was that went on for a few weeks, and then it just kind of calmed down, and nothing really came out of them. And then last week we had that one that kind of surprised everybody. Getting a little downside here. A little pullback in the Qs, a little pullback in the S&P and Russell. And I just got hit on my put side, so I do have one double stop now on my BIX. But it's good for my 1 DTE. Not quite back in the green, but closer. For me to get green on my 1 DTE, I would need about 59.03 in SPX, so that'd be about 10 points lower. 10 points lower would do it.
Your 1 DTE, you use TradeSteward for that, right?
I do.
So how do you do the profit targets? Because it's not an OCO order. It doesn't do OCO orders.
No, it creates a limit order in TOS. So like right now, it's already in there. So like,
what's your first profit?
So like my profit target would hit at 670. It's currently trading at 17.
So right. And so how do you set it up in TradeSteward to close half your contracts, but then have the next profit target?
Yeah, that's one downside of TradeSteward.
That's my question.
Yeah, you can't have multiple profit targets.
So you just have one profit target.
You just have one, and then if you wanted to take half off, you would have to manually do it with those little yellow down arrows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's because I was looking at that too for my 1 DTE, and just what I was looking at doing was like, okay, just have 2 trades, launch them both at the same time. One at 25%, one closes at 40%.
Yep. A lot of people do that as well.
Okay. Just make sure.
Yeah. So either 2 bots or just hit, set your profit target on the biggest one and manually close part at your first one.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, I do have my 6-7 put calendar on as well. It's currently down $80 about 5%. I'll close that by the end of the day here. See if we get a little down move. Yeah, Allison, my Bics have been okay. I mentioned in the chat I missed out on Friday, which apparently for a lot of you all was, if not the biggest, one of the biggest profit days of the year for Bics. I wasn't at my normal, wasn't at my computer where I have my trader workstation and my TAT software, which is one of the downsides of TAT. You have to have both applications open. It's not like in the cloud like a trade steward, but so I did not trade any Bics on Friday, so I missed out on that. So I am, let's see here. I think I'm a little bit red on the month, actually. Yeah, I'm down about 2 on the month, 2K for Bics, but they've been, like last month was really good. Last month I booked almost 13. Still in a little pullback. How's your Woogas doing?
I just closed them out actually, for both for profit.
You don't like this little drain down?
Well, just through experience. So it seemed like over the last couple months, we used to always close them by like 10 till. And it seemed like we've had some big price movements at 15 till, 20 till. And so I was going to close them no matter what by 15 minutes till. And price has been, just in such a grind that I could see either a big move up or a big move down, either way, in the last 20 minutes. And so I went ahead and just closed them out for profit. One was about 15%, and one was about 35%.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, I didn't like that down move. Now it popped right back up, but now it's coming back down. We're in a downtrend right now, and we were in an uptrend, just grinding all day long. I could totally see a little sell-off here at the end of the day. Seen that happen before.
A lot of chip stocks. SMH is rolling over pretty good.
Yeah. So, it was a really
Nvidia's
nice,
rolling over.
nice
Tesla's
profit.
rolling over.
Yeah. I just.
How was everybody's Memorial Day weekend? I actually ended up playing a lot of golf. I'm kind of getting the golf bug back a little bit. I used to play, and then I had kids and coached baseball, and that was kind of no time. No longer coaching baseball, so I got a little more time on my hands. I played a little golf. It was nice. Fired up the grill, nice.
Where'd you golf at?
I golfed at the National, and I golfed at Tiffany. I also went and Got myself fitted. Got a whole new set of irons, whole new set of woods.
Oh wow!
Got a new
You're all
putter,
in.
new shoes. Like I'm fresh and ready to go.
One thing I've never been able to do very well is golf. I just had too much of a baseball swing.
JG, is there a threshold to stop opening tranches? I don't really like to do it once they get down to 10 wide, 5 or 10 wide. I stopped today. My last tranche at 110 central was 15 wide. My next one was set to fire about 30 minutes later, so it would have been either 5 or 10 wide. So I just turned that last one off. So yeah, I kind of, once it gets below 10, I don't like to do it. Just takes too small of a move to whip you out. Bitcoin's starting to bounce. Man, that core weave is pushing new highs again. That thing is on a rampage higher and appears like it's going to be one of those spectacular crashes. The NT Invitational. Yeah, we might have to make that happen. No, I said CoreWeave, the stock, CRWV, has been on a spectacular rally really since earnings, really since its IPO. And it's going to have an even more spectacular crash, I think. It just seems like one of those. Oh, I mean, I'm going to watch it. My plan is to wait for it to start. I'm not going to try to pick the top. I'm going to see if I can wait for it to start and then try to catch a piece of it to the downside. Would be my, just on a day trade basis. I've got it on my list. It's on one of my little day trading boards here. So I'll be watching it. So we've got about 17 minutes till the bell. I'm going to go ahead and get out of my put calendar. All right, so posted that exit. My one DTE, I'll go ahead and just let the bot take me out. It's scheduled to close me out at here in about 10 minutes. Bitcoin bouncing, GME's bouncing. MSTR has been pretty weak all day. It's finally, I mean, it's a little bit green right now, but barely. Coinbase has just been chopping, just under, gapped up, but just chopping under Friday's high. The banks have been really strong today. Bank of America's up over 2, Goldman Sachs up almost 3, JP Morgan up almost 2. The 59.15 butterfly looks like it's trading for around $1.15. Got about 2.5 minutes till MOC. Yeah, JLN, those late day tranches definitely would have done good today. All right, 1 minute till MOC. Let me turn my audio on.
1 minute now until we get the market on close imbalance.
Russell's coming down a little bit.
Ten seconds. Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 sell side 113 million. Nasdaq 100 sell side 100 sell side 137.4 million. Dow 30 buy side 40 million. And Mag 7 sell side 124 million.
This guy. Oh my God, this guy always stumbles over his words. Can't get it out. Anyway, small sell side.
Trump economic advisor Moran speaking of.
And the initial reaction was a little bounce. $59.15 butterfly trading for about $1.35, $1.40. Oh, I don't know what he was stumbling about at the end there. Maybe it's that last post on Financial Juice. We can't make everything in the universe in the USA, says the US CEA's Moran. Butterflies getting up to about $1.50. Crypto's starting to bounce. MSTR, GME. Oh, I heard DJT is now going to start buying some crypto. That was up pre-market. What's that doing? DJT is down. Gapped up, and then flushed back down. All right, getting a little bounce here. Crowd weave ripping, now up over 21%. It was up like 17% when we started Power Hour. Elliott hitting 50% Wooga, nice. Getting some chip stocks starting to bounce a little bit after a pretty decent pullback. But the cryptos are really the ones bouncing here. About 6 minutes to go. The 15 fly trading for around $1.70 or so. I'm going to do a 5 lot on the Mahomes fly with no vertical here. See if I can get filled at $2. Bouncing back up towards 15. Looks like it's currently trading close to $2, $1.90. There we go. Filled at $2 on the 59.15. I'm just going to let it ride without a vertical. And my 1 DTE should be closing here in about 30 seconds. SPX currently at 17. Need to move away from 15. Anything above 18 would be a winner on the upside. There's 18. Got 3 minutes. Anything above 20 would be max profit. Russell's looking like he wants to go to highs of day. Cryptos, which were bouncing, are now kind of pulling back. Still hanging around 18. Got 90 seconds. Need to hold above 18, preferably above 20. Less than a minute. Still hanging right around 18, about 30 seconds to go. Up to 19, there we go. Little push over 20. Little push over 20, there's 20. Now we need an early bell. There we go.
Order cancelled.
Nice.
Order cancelled.
Nice close for Mahomes. Looks like 59.21.55. So that's about 20. So that'll be max. So on a 5 lot, that's $1,000 on the old Mahomes. That helps a little bit. All right, all. That is it for today for our shortened week. 3 more days to go. Hope everybody has a good night. Let's see, as far as tomorrow's live stream goes, in the morning, tomorrow is the 28th. Yeah, so it's me. So I'll be doing a live stream at the market open for day trading. We'll be back for Power Hour tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice night. Cheers.